Hello everyone, Desert Gardener here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to fix a broken cord on a jump start or similar grow light system. So I really like these all-in-one jump start grow light things. It comes with a stand, it comes with a light, comes with a cord that allows you to move it up and down. And I actually have two of them. But I noticed after about 2 years that the cord started to fray. And after another 2 years, it broke completely. So as you can see, there's no way to adjust it anymore. And all I did was tie it to the frame up here on the top, just as a temporary fix. But I'm going to show you how to do a permanent fix. In fact, I'm going to show you two different ways to fix it, and you can decide which one's right for you, as each one has their pluses and minuses. So what are you going to need? So first off, you're going to need some paracord, and I bought this on Temu for, it was literally $1.08 for 25 feet. This is, I think, 4 millimeter 7-strand paracord. Very inexpensive. You're going to need 3 of these cord stops. And again, I'm going to have links to everything down below, so you can take a look at them. You're also going to need a pair of scissors, a pair of needle nose pliers, although if you don't have pliers, you can probably get away with a paper clip. You'll see when we get to that point. And you're going to need a lighter. So the first thing you're going to need to do is we're going to have to get rid of the old cord. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. However, before you discard the cord, make sure that you keep the little locking mechanism that was on the cord. We're going to reuse that later. Nothing else are we going to need. So the next step is we're going to remove the 3 grommets that are on the underside of this stand here. Now I already removed the end ones, so I'm just going to remove the middle one here. You should be able to take it out with your thumb. If not, you can use the pliers or something like that and set that aside. The next thing you're going to do is we're going to cut our paracord into 2 5-foot lengths. Now when we cut them, try to cut them at a bit of an angle so they're kind of sharp rather than straight across. And then put a little flame to it to melt the ends a little bit so they don't fray. Now the next step is we're going to put our fingers in 2 of the little holes here. The reason we're doing that is on the inside you're going to feel that there are 2 little wheels just to the left and right of these holes. And it's important to know that they're there because when we thread the paracord through, we need to make sure we go over those little wheels. So let's do that now. Okay, we seem to be over the top, and I'm just threading it through the inside, and I'm going to feel over here for when it comes out the other end. So I've got a little bit of the cord coming out through the hole on the other end. Unfortunately, it's not going over that wheel, so this is going to be the most difficult part. So what I'm going to have to do is try to push it over that little wheel and then pull it out with the needle nose pliers. Okay, so it took me a couple of tries, but I was able to feed it through, and then with the needle nose pliers I was able to push it up over that little wheel and then pull it down back through the hole. And then just bring it even. Then we're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. Okay, so I got it threaded through the other side, and be prepared, it may take you a couple of tries. The next step is to put your grommets back on. Now I already put these two back on. It's really simple to do. You just simply run the paracord through the grommet and wedge it back in the little hole. So it's pretty easy. Now the next step is going to be adding your paracord stops. Now there's two holes, one on each side, and there's a button at the top that's spring loaded. So you're going to have to push the button down very hard and thread it through one side of the hole. There we go, easy enough. Then you're going to thread it through the little jump ring that should already be on the top of your light. Then we're going to squeeze this again and run this through the other side of our stop cord. There we go. Now we're going to trim off the extra later. Now we're going to do this to both sides. So I'll be right back when that's done. Okay, so I got the stop on both sides. This is where we're going to need the lock that we took off the old paracord. And so what you're going to need to do is you're going to pull this little ring out, and you're going to see there's two little clips. Press those clips in and then pull hard. And it comes out. Now we're going to take the two middle cords and we're going to run them through this lock, starting with the skinny side at the top. All right. And we separate them, and we're going to stick this little mechanism back in through the bottom. There we go. Perfect. Now just to finish it up, we're also going to put another stop here on these two. So press the button down really hard. Got one through. And there's the other. So now we can just trim off the extra cord. You can leave as much on or off as you want. And make sure to heat the ends so they don't unravel on us. Oh, there you go. Good as new. We can go up and down, and it locks just like it did before. And this was a very simple fix. It only cost me $2.50 in parts, as long as you already have your own scissors and such. Now, I'm also going to show you a second method that is a little easier because it doesn't require you to thread anything through the stand. Okay, so I'm all set up to show you the second method. Now, this method is a little easier to do. So what do we need? First off, we're going to need some chain. Now, I got this on Temu for $4.47. We're only going to need a few feet. You're going to need some wire cutters. You're going to need 2 jump rings. Most people know these as key rings. And you're going to need 4 lobster clasps. Now I got these on Temu as well. The clasps were only, what is that, $1.19 for 5. So they're very cheap. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to hook one of your lobster clasps to the jump ring that's already at the top of your light. You're then going to cut your chain to 2-foot length. Then on one end, you're going to add one of those jump rings. And on the other end of that, you're going to put your second lobster clasp. And just simply clip this to the end, run this over the top, and clip it to itself. There we go. I've already got this one hooked up on this side. And this one I'm going to run all the way down to the other ring. There you go. And then I'm going to adjust this one so they're the same. Now this method is a lot simpler to do. Both of them are pretty affordable. However, this one, it makes it a little harder to raise and lower the light. You still can by clipping it to itself in various spots, but you have to do each one separately and the chain's kind of noisy. However, the upside is this setup here will probably last you forever. The other setup with the paracord, that paracord is eventually going to get old and it's going to break depending on how often you use it. So you'll probably get another 2 to 4 years and then you'll have to do the whole process again. Now I definitely recommend that first method if you're growing plants indoors, because then you're having to raise and lower the lights as the plants grow. Now this method here I think works great for growing microgreens. So I set it to where I want it, I put the tray of microgreens underneath, and I just leave it and I never have to adjust the light. And so I think the chain method works very well. But you do the one that works best for you. So if you got something out of this, all I ask is to hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, in fact, I'm working on part 4 of my garden tool reviews videos. So if you want to see those, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.